Admiral Marcus Kane stood motionless on the bridge of the UES Phantom, watching the holographic display that showed the Zephyrian fleet in all its arrogant glory. 300 massive dreadnoughts hung in space around Earth's moon, their crimson hulls gleaming under Sol's distant light. For 6 months, they had been broadcasting their demands across every frequency, their messages dripping with condescension. Primitive mammals of the third planet, came the familiar voice of High Commander Vexthal through the communications array. Your pathetic resistance ends today. Surrender your world's resources, or watch your species become extinct like so many others who defied the Zephyrian Empire. Kane's jaw tightened. The alien commander had been delivering variations of this speech for weeks, each one more insulting than the last. The Zephyrians had conquered 17 star systems in the past century, steamrolling over any species that dared oppose them. Their technology was centuries ahead of anything humanity had publicly displayed. Plasma cannons that could crack continents, shields that deflected nuclear weapons like raindrops. What they didn't know was that Earth had been preparing for this moment for 30 years. Status report, Kane ordered quietly. All stealth ships report ready, Admiral, replied Commander Elena Vasquez from her station. The quantum dampening fields are holding at 98% efficiency. We're completely invisible to their sensors. Kane nodded. Around him, the bridge crew worked with practiced silence. They had trained for this scenario countless times, but the reality felt surreal. 57 ships of humanity's secret stealth fleet hung cloaked in space, undetectable phantoms surrounding the overconfident Zephyrian armada. The development of the stealth technology had cost Earth nearly everything. Entire nations had bankrupted themselves funding the quantum research. Millions of the planet's brightest minds had worked in underground facilities, developing metamaterials that could bend electromagnetic radiation around a ship's hull, making it effectively invisible. The quantum dampening fields masked even gravitational signatures. Incoming transmission from Earth Defense Command, announced Lieutenant Torres. Put it through, Kane said. President Harrison's voice crackled through the encrypted channel. Admiral, the Zephyrian deadline expires in 15 minutes. The world is watching. Understood, Madam President. We're ready. Through the view screen, Kane could see the blue marble of Earth hanging vulnerable in the void. 3 billion people looked up at the stars tonight, most believing they were about to witness the end of human civilization. The Zephyrians had made sure to broadcast their previous conquests. Entire worlds reduced to smoking ruins, populations enslaved or eliminated. Admiral, Vasquez reported, Zephyrian ships are powering weapons. Their plasma cannons are charging. Kane felt the familiar calm that came before battle. All ships, this is Admiral Kane. Remember, they think we're defenseless. They think we're primitives playing with chemical rockets and nuclear toys. Let's show them what human ingenuity can accomplish when our backs are against the wall. The Zephyrian fleet began moving into attack formation, their massive ships positioning themselves for what they believed would be a simple orbital bombardment. High Commander Vexthal's voice echoed across space one final time. Your silence confirms your surrender to the inevitable. Witness the power of the Zephyrian Empire. Kane raised his hand, watching the countdown timer reach 0. Execute Operation Lazarus. All ships, decloak and engage. In an instant, space erupted with light. 57 human vessels materialized around the Zephyrian fleet like ghosts becoming solid. The UES Phantom dropped its stealth field, revealing a sleek predator bristling with experimental weapons, quantum torpedoes, particle beam arrays, and gravitational pulse cannons. The effect on the Zephyrian fleet was immediate and devastating. Caught completely off guard, their formations scattered as human ships appeared from impossible angles. The aliens' superior shields meant nothing against weapons they couldn't see coming. Target their command ship, Kane ordered. Show them that Earth's children have teeth. The first salvo of quantum torpedoes struck the Zephyrian flagship, overloading its shields in a cascade of azure energy. For the first time in their species' history, the mighty Zephyrian Empire faced an enemy that had outsmarted them. As explosions bloomed across the alien fleet, Kane allowed himself a thin smile. Humanity had been underestimated for the last time.